how the Marx Brothers got their nicknames. To all of us, we know the Marx comedy group as Groucho, Harpo, Chico, Gummo, and Zeppo Marx. The names, 4 of the 5 were given one night in 1915. Let's take a step back. Their real names were Julius, Adolph, Leonard, Milton, and Herbert Marx. Getting back to our story, and this is it. The Marx Brothers got involved in a poker game in Illinois with a guy by the name of Art Fisher, and he was called a monologist. It was a popular fad around this time to give everyone and anyone a nickname that ended in O. For instance, common nicknames were things like Jingo, Bongo, Ringo, Typo, Cheerio. You got the idea? So this is how it started. In this poker game, this individual, Art Fisher, he started by giving the name out Harpo, and that was for Adolph Marx because he played the harp. So that was pretty easy, Harpo. Next was Leonard Marx, and Leonard was a ladies' man. He was always after the chicks, so he got the name Chico as chick chaser or chicken chaser. The name Chico was a mispronunciation of the original name. Actually was Chico for chasing chicks, but somehow or other it was written somewhere there was a typo, or it was just easier to pronounce. Whatever, Chico just stuck, and that is how he got his name. So the next of the Marx Brothers to be dealt a new name was Groucho. And, Groucho, take the O off, and you can see how he may have gotten that name, Grouch. Well, there are 2 explanations. The first is that the name derived from Julius' not-so-friendly demeanor, and Julius denied this for most of his life. And again, Julius Marx became Groucho Marx. The second popular theory is that it had to do with an item he commonly carried with him, a big pouch-type container, popular at the time, called a grouch bag. Kind of like a purse, I guess, and that is where Groucho kept his money. So, that could have been how this name with an O, Groucho, came about. And there were some other explanations about how Groucho got his name. There was a comic strip that somehow or other was connected, Nako the Monk comic strip. But in the end, and whether or not this is entirely true, Groucho pretty much said that he had not been entirely honest, and that Al Fisher had given him the nickname because he was moody. His propensity towards moodiness. However, it isn't clear if this is any more accurate than any of the other stories that we heard about the origin of Groucho's name. The 4th and least known Marx brother was Milton. And here's a card for Gummo, Fisher said as he dealt the final Marx brother his card. This one has 2 popular theories behind it, but the one the family, except Harpo, states is correct is that Milton often wore gumshoes, rubber-soled shoes, hence the Gummo name. The alternate origin put forth by Harpo is that Gummo was sneaky and would creep up on people like a gumshoe detective. In both cases, the origin is related to the rubber-soled gumshoes. As to how the 5th Marx brother got his name, well, they're saying that one is completely up for debate. A few years later, the new straight man and the youngest of the 5 brothers, entered the act, replacing older brother Gummo. Herbert and Marx somehow became the infamous Zeppo. Harpo and Zeppo was named in honor of a wild monkey who played on the bars and ran around named Zeppo. So, but that was disputed. Groucho, on the other hand, said that Zeppo was named after the Zeppelin airships. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that, but way back in the 1910s or whatever, you had the Hindenburg, you had these huge airships called Zeppelins, and they were built in Germany. That's where they were famous. That's where they got started. So there you have it. The Marx Brothers, they got their names at a card game, as the story goes, from a guy by the name of Art Fisher. And at that time, that was a very popular thing to do. Give individuals nicknames with the letter O at the end of the name. Hence, we have the Marx Brothers. And their names turned out to be in pretty much this order. Groucho was Julius Marx. Harpo was Adolph Marx. Chico was Leonard Marx. Gummo was Milton Marx. And Zeppo was Herbert Marx. Now you have the entire story. The truth or accuracy of this, well, I'm not 100% sure, but it sounds good to me. Sounds like a good Marx Brothers story, and hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, bye for now.